What's going on? We just got kicked off the steps of the art museum, but they didn't arrest us, so we're lucky. I just want to touch base on the idea of putting extensions in chord progressions. What I'm going to do is take a real basic progression and change it from normal and average into a little bit more colorful. I'm going to take a G major chord, an E minor, A minor, to D. Keep going? All right. What I'm going to do is take a G major chord, hard on the 3rd fret, E minor, A minor, and then a D major. Now, you could do there are standard concepts in rewriting this. I'm just going to kind of make it a little bit more colorful and interesting. So what I'm going to do is instead of playing a G major chord, I'm going to go for a G major 7, have that nice relaxed sound. Then for the E minor, instead of keeping it minor, what I'm going to do is suspend the 3rd with my 2nd. Give it that blues sound. Then I'm going to go back down, regular A minor 7. These are standard jazz chords. And then I'm going to, instead of playing a standard D major, I'm going to do a D7, which is a dominant tone. So instead of we're going to have put a little 13 in there for flavor. Thank you. And that is being creative. All right, here I'm in front of the Art Institute in beautiful Chicago on Michigan Avenue, the magnificent Mile. Got some weather coming in, but I'm going to talk a little bit about color in music. There's a lot of ways to accomplish this. Through different notes in your chords. You can also use it with different effects. I love chorus. It brings out a real crystally type effect, a blue feel in my mind. Flanger has a little bit more of that out there sound, so it's kind of like a bright orange. When we're talking about chords, you can only do so much, and you'll just get a little bored playing a G major over and over and over and over again. That goes for any of the chords, any major chord, minor chord. They work really good in the beginning, but as time progresses, you want to develop a little bit more of artistic approach. You know, writing songs isn't just writing songs. We're using notes and effects and tones to create sound, which in people's mind will bring color. Your standard G major chord is an awesome thing, and it's very useful, and you can use it all over the place. But giving variation to that, maybe a 7 chord, major 7. Those are pretty standard in jazz and blues. After that, we can get into chords such as 13s and 9s, where you start to really develop that color idea. When you're writing, as you develop, you can use these 7 ideas and extensions, 9, 11, 13, to create colors and dissonance, painting a picture with music. And you just can't be afraid. A lot of times, when I show people a G major 7 chord, they're kind of taken back because it doesn't sound rock and roll, and it doesn't sound heavy metal, and it doesn't sound bluesy. It sounds jazzy and kind of not really what people are all that about these days, you know? But in applying it with a heavy metal sound, nothing like a G major 7 chord with a ton of distortion on it. When you're using notes, the extensions can come out a little bit more melodic. So you're thinking like a lead solo or a line like that. When we're working with writing, we use all these different notes outside of our basic 1, 3, 5 idea in our chords to create color, tension, static. Chromatics are good, but a lot of people, again, tend to feel that's a little too boppy. So a little too boppy and jazzy and hard to keep track of. Whenever I'm doing my leads, I like to use just major and minor sounds, and then I'll hang on a blue note, like a flat 5, or I'll hang on an extension note, like a 9 or a suspended 4, just to bring that sound out a little bit more. What I'm doing, I'm playing a C 5, add 9. Okay? That's a C note, that's a G note, and that's a D note. The D is the 9. Now if I was using this to solo with, I would want to hang on that 9 to really accentuate my chord. Now the 9 can be played anyway. That means any D on the neck. That means your open D. That means your octave. It just means that I'm using that 9 to make my C major chord sound more colorful. You can do the same thing with a pentatonic. Let's say I want to get rid of that major sound and I want a little bit more of a bluesier rock sound. I go for my C minor pentatonic, and this is a minor against a major sound, but I'll hang on that flat 5. Hang on that flat 5 just to bring out that more bluesy sound. Don't be afraid to use those extra notes. 7s, major 7s, minor 7s, add 9s, flat 9s, sharp 9s, sharp 9s.